European Union is a magnificent piece of work, but it will not be perfect as long as women and men face inequality of outcomes and the value of gender equality is not secure. Making gender equality a reality for all is still ahead of us. I'm very, very proud of the competent and professional group we have. So please, could you stand out so people would know then? So this is the team.
A good policy-making process cannot but start from having solid evidence about what the reality is and what the needs for correction or for transformation, for change are. And I think this is the reason why the index is an instrument that will contribute to more solid policy making and making out of it a living tool that reflects the evolution of the situation.
And so the definition that we've adopted is this one: equal share of assets and equal dignity and integrity between women and men. This is a definition that we thought was simple enough to, and pragmatic enough to reconcile the different perspectives that there could be.
And the best index, the most robust, is the one which minimizes the differences to the median. The best index is, the winner is this one. This is the Gender Equality Index. This is the mathematical expression of this indicator. It's a little bit complex, but its interpretation is very easy. These three characteristics, these three virtues, are strong reasons for falling in love with this Gender Equality Index.
What we want to measure is violence against women, and we conceptualize two different subdomains, direct and indirect violence. And when it comes to the result, there is nothing to see here. Why? Because we don't have, in Europe, nowadays, we can't rely on harmonized, comparable, reliable data available for all the 27 member states. The EU average is 54, which is halfway towards equality. The majority of the countries are below this threshold or this score, this level. We can't consider a threshold because our threshold, our benchmark is 100%.
What we have launched today are really, in my mind, a really credible tool to give us an indicator of gender equality is going to be enormously valuable. I don't want to be mean to men on this issue. But the thing that I have noticed is that we do approach things differently, which for me is of tremendous value. It's of tremendous value because if we can exploit our diversity in a very broad spectrum of areas, and I'm thinking here in the European dimension, we are, in my mind, unbeatable.
For years, we knew we needed to gather the information, and for years, we looked at what was going on in other countries. To have it at our fingertips now will be an invaluable tool. And year on year, we will be able to measure how we're doing. Good at some things, bad at others. That's the way index work. But hopefully, that the European Union itself will take this very seriously, because if we're going to live longer, we need to ensure that more and more people, particularly women, do not continue to fall into poverty. Thank you very much.
The principle of equality is prominently enshrined in the EU treaties. But we all know that gender equality has yet to be fully realized in practice. For that, we have mainly our own blindness to blame. To a blatant fact, half of our citizens are women. And because we don't understand well enough the situation of women, we don't understand ourselves.
less likely to participate in the labor market than men. And when women do participate, it's more frequently on part-time basis, leading to increased patterns of segregation and very often lower quality of jobs.
Actually, many more women than men spend their time on average at the EU level in 1 hour or more a day doing housework and cooking. This proves that the bulk of care is still on the shoulders of women. And men are greatly overrepresented as board members through all member states. This refers to the representation of women and men in the quoted companies of the countries.
You cannot tell us that for sure we will be having good data on gender violence soon.
Unfortunately, the only thing I can do, because Eurostat is a department of the Commission, is that on the Commission side, all the technical work has been done, the preparatory work has been done, which is quite, requires much time and effort. But the Commission proposes legislation, and then it goes to the Council and to the Parliament for decision. And this, of course, is no more Eurostat responsibility. So on the statistical side, the work has been done.
So these things are connected, and if we don't have the data on violence, we will never see this. So we will never see how much violence is also an economic issue. We will not see how much violence is affecting all the other areas of gender inequality.
And today's conference also very clearly shows what we need to do if we want really gender equality. It's not that we don't have the knowledge. It's all about political will.
Thank you for coming, participating, listening, but most of all, for your future contribution to monitoring gender equality via the gaps between women and men and trying to make it a reality.